Today, we're going to be talking about ways that you can incorporate oral arm spelling practice in the classroom, when you can fit it in for extra practice, and different activities you can try to increase student interest and engagement. Arm spelling is one of the key components of the brain-friendly reading program. It allows children to develop phonemic awareness, which is the ability to hear and manipulate sounds in words. And it also develops phonemic segmentation, which is breaking words apart into their individual sounds. These are foundational skills for reading. Additionally, arm spelling is a cross-body movement. Cross-body movements are any movements that cross the midline of the body. These movements engage both hemispheres of the brain, which helps cement newly learned material into memory. In this infographic of the House of Structured Literacy, you can see that oral blending and segmenting of sounds starts developing in children from birth before they are introduced to letters and connecting sounds to them. This auditory ear training with sounds only needs to be developed before introducing the letters. In the brain-friendly reading program, oral arm spelling is a regularly practiced skill that is done while children are developing the sound symbol connection and well beyond as they learn more advanced graphemes. It is also a highly effective tool that children use for both reading and spelling. Continued practice with arm spelling as you tap the charts and explicitly teach the lessons will help students be able to develop automaticity with breaking apart the sounds in words for reading and putting together sounds and words for spelling. So let's review how we arm spell words. When we arm spell a one-syllable word, we break it into a beginning, middle, and ending sound. The first sound is on the shoulder, the second sound is on the elbow, and a third sound is on the wrist. So for example, the word sun, the first sound, s, second sound, last sound, n. For syllables that have just two sounds, like the word see, we start at the shoulder with the first sound, s, and end at the elbow with the ending sound, e. We teach the child to say the word, segment each sound by tapping on the arm, and then sweep the hand down the arm to blend the sounds, saying the word. For words that have two or more syllables, we first pound each syllable, then arm spell the first syllable, followed by arm spelling the second syllable. So for example, the word sunshine, sunshine. First syllable, sun, s, n. Second syllable, shine, sh, I, n, shine. Sunshine. One good way to get extra arm spelling practice in is during transitions from one activity to another. You can orally arm spell a word into its individual sounds and see if your students are able to identify the word and then follow through with the direction. So if, for example, you're transitioning to the next activity and you're asking students to take out the materials, you might say, all right, class, please take out your n, o, t, b, and see if they can figure out what word and what material they need to take out. Lining up for something or coming to a carpet area is a great time for you to do some arm spelling. So you can ask people to line up if you are wearing a certain color. Line up if you are wearing green. Line up for lunch if your birthday is in October. Come to the carpet if you are wearing jeans. Another fun activity that can be played at any time is I Spy. And it's similar to the secret decoder game that we play with kindergarten and younger students, where you set 4 to 5 objects in front of a child, arm spell one of the objects, and the child listens to the sounds in the word and then picks the object that matches. So this version can be played while waiting in line. Maybe you're taking a class bathroom break, you're waiting in the hallway for music or gym class, or it's at the end of the day and you're waiting for buses to be called. And there are two variations. The first variation is to have the teacher lead and arm tap the sounds of an object that's in the room that students have to find. And the students would listen to the segmented sounds to figure out the word. For example, I spy with my little eye a pull a nt. The children would look around and they would listen to the word that you just segmented and see if they can figure out what you are spying. You can transfer the lead to students once they have become proficient with the skill, and whoever answers the question correctly can lead the next. The second variation is to provide the descriptive clue. I spy with my little eye something green. When a child thinks they know what that object is, they can name the object and then arm spell it. Is it a tree? Tree. For younger students or those who are at the beginning level of the skill, choose objects that are one syllable. And for older students or those who have shown fluency at the single syllable level, you can choose objects with 2 or 3 syllables. You can also ask simple questions and have the students raise their hands and arm spell the answers. For example, what is for lunch? Pizza. P, E, P, sa. Ts, sa. What is the weather like? Rainy. Ray. Ray. Knee. Knee. And for these words, some words have doubled letters, like the word pizza, and you don't really have to worry about pointing that out since this activity is being done orally for the purpose of developing phonemic segmentation. Students will learn those patterns later when they are explicitly taught and practiced in writing. For older students, this activity has an added challenge. You can have students come up with their own questions to ask others that have a one-word answer. Their peers can then think of the answer and then arm spell the word. For example, what is your favorite color? Blue. 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 You can also bridge arm spelling with learning and content from other subjects. Questions can be related to key vocabulary or content learned in science, social studies, language arts, or math. Question: what shape has 4 equal sides and 4 right angles? Answer: square. 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 Question: what part of a plant transports water and minerals from the roots to the leaves? Answer: stem. Stem. So those are just a handful of ways that you can engage your students with oral arm spelling practice throughout the school day. And the great thing is that you can do those activities during non-instructional times to extend learning and skill practice without adding any more instructional time. The more practice your students get, the better they will be able to perform this strategy with automaticity, which will result in their ability to read and spell words with ease.